Maci, what a journey we've been on together. Although unconventional, I wouldn't change any of it for anything. Looking back at our story, I can now see how the Lord pointed everything back to you. Somehow I knew that our story was not over. My mind just could not get over you. You were always my standard, and nothing could ever live up to that standard. You were my ultimate goal. I still vividly remember telling Joseph while sitting in our hot tub that I was going to marry you. On that same day, I also told my family I was going to marry you one day. I didn't know how or when, but I was willing to wait as long as I needed for you, because you were worth it. I get so excited to think about this life I get to live with you. From the mundane tasks of everyday life to the fun once-in-a-lifetime adventures, I can't wait to do it all with you. However, my biggest excitement in all of this, get the chance to raise a family with you. I could not have picked a better mother for our future kids. Seeing you step into your call as a wife, and then one day as a mom, will be one of the greatest joys in my life. For the here and now, I promise to be your rock in times of hardship, to love you to no end, just like Christ loves the church, to care for you and provide for you, to pray with you and for you without ceasing, to be your best friend and biggest cheerleader. 1 Peter 4:8 says, "Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers over a multitude of sins." I pray that I love you like this for all my days, to never see you for where you might fall short, but since we are all human, but to cover you in so much love that when I look at you, all I see is Maci, my wife, a chosen, loved, and righteous daughter of the King. I know we can get to this point. You always have pushed me to be the best man of God I can be, and that is something I'll always be grateful for. So with that being said, I choose you, Maci. For better or worse, you're the person I choose until I see the King face to face. I love you, Maci. I cannot wait for it forever with you. You look so good. Dude, I love your dress.
Really?
It looks so amazing.
Thank you.
You're so beautiful.
We're here today to celebrate two very special people, easily two of my favorite people in the world. I asked both of them, why are we here today? And they both said something to the effect, we are here to proclaim our love for each other and our mutual commitment to each other, and that they are both willing to do whatever it takes to love each other well for the rest of their lives. I think that they are both ready for the commitment ahead. I think they are ready to love each other with a selfless love, and that they are ready to be fully committed to each other, and that they will honor the covenant of marriage beautifully. Amron and Maci, I think there is no doubt that it was God that led you two to each other all those years ago. All of our thinking on marriage comes from the Holy Scriptures, which say, for this, a man shall leave father and mother and cling to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. At the first marriage, God made a companion for man. She was not taken from Adam's head to rule over him. She was not taken from under his feet to be trampled by him, but she was taken from his side as to be his equal. She was taken from under his arm to receive his protection, and she was taken from near his heart that she might command his love. And the charge on a husband to love his wife is a great one, Because the Bible charges husbands to love their wives as Christ loved the church. Well, for as much as Cameron and Maci have consented in holy wedlock and witnessed the same before God and his company, and given and pledged their faith to each other, and have declared the same by the giving and receiving of a ring, I pronounce that they are husband and wife. What God has joined together, let nobody or no man separate. Cameron, you may kiss your bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Cameron Smyth.
Cameron, recently I looked back in my notes app from April 20th, 2021, and without realizing it was your birthday on this date, I wrote in my notes app things that I desired in a husband. I wrote, husband has to be loving, righteousness is most important. Verse that is most important to him is Ephesians 5:25-33 about husbands loving their wives like the church, fights for me relentlessly and is clear he's pursuing. I pray he's good at communicating, not easily angered, that he's compassionate and patient. 3 years later, I cannot imagine better words to describe the man you are. You are truly an answered prayer to me, and it is now so clear that you are a gift sent straight from the Lord for me to have and to cherish and to serve. You are my most precious, sacred, and valued gift I will have on this side of heaven. I truly cannot express how grateful I am for you. You are my safe and simple love that I didn't know that I needed. I remember the countless times you would just hold me, listen to me, and pray for me without an ounce of judgment. You just wanted to love and understand me every time. I know a day hasn't gone by where you haven't prayed for me this past year, and I thank you for that. You're my safe place and my home after every tiring day. I promise to always be on your team and to be your helper. I promise to be your best friend and your biggest fan. I promise I will take care of you and always work on bettering myself for our relationship. I promise I will submit myself to you out of reverence for Christ. I promise to always stick close to Jesus, and I promise that I will never let you go again. You are the one that my soul loves. I love you, Cameron, and I cannot wait to spend a lifetime loving you.